So I'm basically in charge of creating the customer support agent. So the chatbot the user interfaces with to get their queries done. We plan on doing this with Paperclip, and I'll explain a bit on Paperclip before we proceed. So Paperclip is mainly an orchestration platform, a control plane for managing multiple AI agents, and these agents are organized in a way of like a organization, right? A company. So each company has a few agents that the CEO hires, and then tasks are carried out as it wants to. So it's not really a chatbot kind of system, but we did kind of adapt it along the way. It has access to many agents, including OpenCode, Cloud, OpenCloud, and so on. And then, so how you set up Paperclip usually is on your local system, just running one command. So that's npx Paperclip AI on board. It doesn't have much security. It has access to your entire system. It can take any change. Like the agents can make any change they want to. There is some kind of sandboxing included in Paperclip AI, but it's kind of like experimental feature. It's not fully fleshed out. So we have instead chosen to make it a Docker deployment using containers. So in the Paperclip Docker, so it's Paperclip AI Docker, right? So it is a multi-stage build. Each of it is getting the Git repository out for Paperclip AI, compiling it, and then building it. Doing the same thing for the GH CLI, and then downloading an OpenCode agent and packaging it over there, as well as having the React widget and the IAPI being built and served from within the container itself. So it has three things. The one container has three things, four things actually. The Paperclip AI itself, OpenCode, the widget, and the Express server IAPI. So IAPI here, I'll come to it in a bit. So this is how it's being served. You can either do it through a reverse proxy like Caddy, or you just have to mention it as a localhost server and like serve it from there. So the main problem is Paperclip is great for orchestrating agent teams, but it's not really a chat interface. Like there's not a user-friendly chat interface the user can access, or like basically it doesn't have much. You can escalate privileges pretty easily if you're using Paperclip directly. So we need a way to like sandbox this and give it to the user and have a good experience for them at the same time, not allowing too much control over the agents and what they can do. So what we do is we have a bridge in between. So that's our API bridge over here. So there's a widget on the user side. The user accesses the widget. It sends it through the API. The API sits in between the Paperclip as in the user widget. So it just communicates between both of the things. So there's basically a one-to-one relation between the issues that are within Paperclip and the chat a user has. So this is the main details regarding this. The support widget itself. It's configured completely on the backend. Nothing is on the user side. So it's mostly taken care of. You also have origin tagging as well. So it's pretty secure. It's drop-in for any site. It's served from within the API itself. So you can just serve the bundle on any site and just have it work. This is the flow, how it works mainly. This is JWT session token that's created for every single session. The ticket is created and the agent responds and it shows on the widget. And then for setting this up on the production server, there are a few skills that have been bundled in the repository. PC deploy, PC company, PC config, and PC verify. With deploy, you have it spinning up the container, ensuring everything is fine. And then PC company is spinning up the company itself and then hiring the two agents we have. So first one being support manager, support worker. Support manager in charge of delegation and overall just ensuring everything works smoothly. And support worker is actually the one who goes out and finds details regarding the code base and gets back to the user. PC configure is to have the repositories linked to your project within the company, and then making sure it's only read only, and so on. And PC verify is just a verification step at the end of everything. Yeah, this is the slightly more detail from what I said. So moving on. Just need a few things. The domain name. So that's the reverse proxies URL that you're going to use. It's not really needed. Just have to either mention localhost or something to have it running locally. The company name, admin account, and the docs repo URL. You can either give it a documentation URL, repo URL, or just your actual code base with the read-only token, so it doesn't actually make any changes. And then if you want the OpenCode agent running using any of the Anthropic or OpenAI providers, you can provide that as well. And then the setup checklist. So that's the end of this presentation. I'll start showing the different the widget right now. So this is a demo I tried. So this is the query that I sent from my side, and then it was received on the agent side. And over here you can see an internal message over here that's supposed to stay within the agent itself, not translated to the user. I have a fix regarding this. I'll be implementing that pretty soon. And then this is the agent responding, and then this is the initial message that happens regardless of whether the agent responds or not. And then later on, when the agent does respond, it actually responds quite well. And then this is the rest of the internal message again. And then there is also usage check-in feature. For this particularly, I'm still working on the semantics of how frequent to check and stuff like that. So yeah, it does have a usage check-in as well. So showing it on the actual issue side. So as you can see, it's a title over here. Need help with my account. That's set via the API itself, as you can see over here. And then it gets the user's information and sets it through from demo customer, and I can log into my account. And then it responds to this. This is basically the messages that want to be displayed on the widget side. And then this is the message we saw earlier, the internally. So a few messages do leak through. I'm like working on tagging it and fixing that up. And this is another message that we see over here. And then it proceeds. And yep, that's it regarding this particular bit. Just a few things to work on. That would be just the internal message leaking and having it like, what do you say? Aligning the agent to what the code base actually is. So that means not letting the user access other parts of the code or like look deep into the internals. Basically a guardrail check in between. Yep. So that's it regarding the support widget. The support platform is limited to just responding to the user itself, the user queries. But if it does find any particular bug or some issue that cannot be reconciled by itself, it has an escalation procedure to move on to the next step basically. So it can basically open support tickets if given the access to create a particular bug identification or something like that. The agents we're using are not just support agents, they also have coding capabilities. So if needed, they can identify the bug and fix it if wanted to. All the routes and stuff. It does something with something called the Graphify tool. It has the entire thing code base mapped out. And it's very easy for you to query and like figure out where everything is and respond back to the user easily.
Okay, this widget, what kind of technologies we are using here?
It's mainly React based, and then we are using it to be built into a bundled JS. So this one JS file that we have serving from the API as well. This can be reused across any website.
Can we copy that widget code and paste it in a different website?
Yeah, easily. Yep.
Okay. So basically, we can create this as a simple product. Someone can log in and copy their widget and put in their website. Possibly configure a few things, on the code base or a few things. They can use it as a support software.
Exactly.